Hello and welcome back to Yosemite Valley. Thank you so much for clicking in to this video, and I really hope you guys are excited for today's video because we are going to build a tiger trail. Well, in fact, I should have said the Siberian tiger trail to be precise, but we are changing a lot about one of the oldest habitats in our zoo. So the Siberian tiger was actually one of the very few blueprints I used in here, and this is one of my own blueprints, in fact. So if you want to see the entire build of this Siberian tiger habitat, which is the foundation for today's video, this is to the top right now. You can click on this bubble. It's pretty old. It's actually from I think the first DLC, which was the Arctic DLC, and I did kind of a little one-off build of a Siberian styled habitat. I'm still very pleased with the building, to be honest. It just looked very neat and very like yeah, Siberian, in fact, like Russian Siberian architecture inspired, really cool stuff. However, this habitat has always been a big issue because it created a freaking dead end in our zoo. And during the live stream this week, we had a very nice discussion about the build, and Impressly Zen was actually the one who brought me to the point that we could technically also take the trail and not only build it for the tiger, but also connect this area via a backstage, well, it's not really a backstage path, but via a little guest trail that goes alongside the tiger trail back into the big cat house. So in fact, we have now connected at the end of this episode, there will be a pathway connected from this tiger viewing over here, which I'm just building on right now, to the big cat house, and this kind of really completes the overall story. So it's relatively nice in terms of guest flow management and connection between those little things. I really like that. But one thing that is even more important is it makes a whole bunch more sense now in terms of a layout of a zoo, because many things we need to talk about that. So first of all, tigers and also Siberian tigers, they need space. Modern habitats are very large, and this is for a very good sake. These animals like to roam around. They move a lot, you know, and most of the habitats nowadays are quite large and quite spacious as well, for the tigers to have enough space to also explore their habitat. What, you know, I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but many zoos also have exchange programs. So within the same zoo, or actually between zoos. Now, this is because you need to keep it exciting for the animals, and so it happens that some habitats are separated into different areas, so that you can close off one or two areas, completely change the area during the time the animals are in the two other areas that are remained unchanged for the time being, and then once this is done, they open up again so the animals can explore anew, because after a while everything gets boring for them, and so the animals need some new challenges. And this is something that the habitat for the Siberian tiger was dearly missing. I mean, not all of the habitats do incorporate that, but I think it was a nice thing to build this time. And so yeah, I ended up giving this trail a little go, and so you can actually say you can easily close off this gate over here, just giving the tigers the more or less old part for a couple of days, and then change something around in the river part, which is the stuff we have done prior, or the other way around. You can keep them in the old part, which is the river, and then change up the new part. So just to give them a bit more new stuff to explore. And I think this is a great thing to do, not only for the animals, but also for the guests, to give them reason to just revisit the zoo and have a look into the new habitats. I mean, how often do you go to zoos because you know that there is a freaking new habitat, and you're so excited to see that? At least I am this way, and I like to see these new habitats. But yeah, other than that, I'm just very happy about the idea of a trail in general, because it gives the habitat a bit more of a natural feel, as if it is really meant to be in Yosemite and not a ripped off blueprint that has been put in here. So I'm very happy with the outcome of it. It suits this area a lot better than I was thinking at the beginning. Also the way we made it work with the pathing over here, even though it was a nightmare again, as always. It's always a nightmare to build with the path, but there's also not everything perfect about it. So for example, it's not really wheelchair friendly, this area around here. But the good thing is you can mainly access the viewing, and also the new viewing, which is is going to be created in tomorrow's episode. Little hint here, by the way, we have another episode tomorrow. I separated that into 2 episodes, mainly because of your feedback in the poll I have done these couple days ago about the length of a video. So most of you guys were between 20 and 30 minutes, which I think is a perfect way for me to go. It's like 15 to 20, 20 to 30 minutes is somewhat what most people seem to like and enjoy a lot. And this is something I'm trying to do now. You know, it's really for me, obviously it's a bit more comfortable also to make these videos a tiny bit shorter, because the shorter I can also do the voiceovers, the more time it gives me for, you know, the upcoming weeks, which will be a bit more stressful, and so that is a good thing. But however, guys, we need to talk about this habitat over here and how happy I am at the very end, because it just really added so much more life to this cat area. And yeah, I remember that, you know, when I asked you guys a couple of times about what you still want to be changed in the zoo, the cat houses were always one of the most mentioned things. And now I can really see why. Like, I kind of, in my brain, it was done, you know, I pushed it far away in my brain, just so to not think about it anymore. But now looking at that, with all the experience we gained over the last year of playing Planet Zoo and investigating and talking to Mike, it just appeared that I was really not satisfied with the area anymore. And I'm quite happy that we could relatively easy turn this into something very great and something very much more engaging for the people, something that feels a lot more integrated into Yosemite Valley rather than just slopped on top of it. And yeah, that's just some smaller things we need to do, but other than that, I'm fairly happy with the end result so far. Like, honestly, I'm really happy. It couldn't be any better, because there is not that much more space, honestly. We did the best we could with the space, and I really hope that you guys think as well about it the way I do. And also, there will be a real-time part today at the very end. I already recorded that, so I know that it definitely is there. And also, there will be another real-time part tomorrow. So tomorrow's episode, the time-lapse and the real-time part are rather important, because this is then really the final transition into the finishing stages of Yosemite Valley. So in case you guys want to still take part in giving me advice what to change and what not, please let me know in the comments down below. It is very important, because, you know, I'm just searching a time in the next 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm sitting down for a couple of hours and I'm going to add the finishing touches. So in case you have some major things that you think are very relevant to be changed for the major 1.0 release of Yosemite Valley, let me know in the comments down below, because that is really important. But I think I would suggest wait for tomorrow's episode, because then you will see a bit of a clearer picture. But yeah, so this is mainly what we can talk about here in the time lapse. You can see there's a whole bunch of struggle now about making the area accessible for the animals. It was a tiny bit too accessible, because of mainly the animals could climb on top of the roof. We could actually solve that by adding some protective Arctic wooden pieces, because they are not climbable, as you can see. Was a bit of a struggle, but at the end we figured it out, and everything goes according to plan now. We are all happy about it. But yeah, I'm also certainly happy that you guys enjoy the content so much. I'm very thankful. So here's a little mid-video thank you for every one of you sticking with me. So stick with me, because in a few seconds there's the real-time part. So now enjoy it, and I talk to you, well, in a couple of seconds, but then also in the next voiceover. Have fun! Alright, so here we are in the real-time part, and I am zoomed out a little bit. Don't mind this big hold block over here. This is actually what I've done already in the next episode, which you will see tomorrow. So I've done 2 videos, because it was a little bit too much to fit into one. But we've done the overhaul of this area, as I have said already in the time-lapse. Now, it was quite a struggle to build this, but I think it's been very much worth it. So let's start over here. So this is still the Siberian tiger area as it was from the very beginning. By the way, why is there Let me just quickly put that back in. I'm not really sure why it hasn't been in, but okay, just putting that in. There you go. And this is still a nice view from down here, but things have changed. Now this pathway up here has actually finally a purpose, because as you go into this building, you can see this is not anymore the dead end as it used to be. This is basically a passing area for the Siberian tiger. So it can actually go in here, have a little rest, and then go into the little river area. And you as a guest, you can also take this way to the right hand side and then take this staircase over here, have this freaking insane look of half dome. I mean, I think I never did it that way, but oh boy, that opens up just insanely nice. So we made this actual nice tiger trail over here, which is all the way raised to the side. I think it gives the whole area a lot better of a character, you know. When you're here, you have this wonderful view like to the other side. You can even see like our bear sanctuary on the other side. I think this is very cool. And if you go a little bit closer here, you can really see the tigers passing by if they would do. Like, this is kind of cool. And then if we zoom a little bit further over here, I'm not going to show you too much because that's what we've done in the next episode, but I'm going to zoom down here so you can actually see the tiger trail. I think it's very nice indeed, because that is like the very much this transition area we have between two areas of the zoo. And now it makes a whole bunch more sense, because we don't only have the connection now properly made to the big cat house, which is sitting over here, and finally we have a connection to the big cat house, so that also the facilities make a lot of sense. We do also have this little external house still here, still reasonable, squeezed into this corner, and we still have this backstage access over here. I mean, now it's not a functional door anymore, but I think it's a kind of a neat idea to have a separate entrance to the habitat, because, you know, as it is in real life, you not only have always one door, you have multiple gates towards or like into a habitat. And I think it also works very well together with the snow leopard next to it, because the snow leopard is kind of important that they cannot see the tigers, and I made sure that they cannot. I mean, it's kind of cool because you can basically see from over here. This is I like the view, by the way, with the snow leopard over here. Let me just play the game. Also, I'm quite happy that the frame rate is still pretty reasonable. It's still pretty much okay. Look at that. I think this is Aliyah, by the way. Hello, Aliyah. How are you doing? So yeah, we are having this tiger trail over here, and I'm very happy because the snow leopards, they cannot see the tigers at any point. So even if they're like over here, they wouldn't see them, because if you zoom up a little bit, the trail is actually lowered down. So if the tiger goes here, it's lowered down a little, and the snow leopard wouldn't see it. And this is rather important, because that would stress the hell out of these animals, and you would not want to have that. Stressed out animals in general are not good, but especially big cats stressed out is not a good idea to have in your zoo. So yeah, apparently this is what I have been working on this week on Twitch, and I think we're keeping this rather short over here. I'm just hoping that there is a tiger taking his route for a moment, just to please us maybe. Oh well, it wouldn't, because I closed this off. That's a pity. You know what I'm quickly doing? I'm just quickly going to make a break here, and then I'm waiting until the tiger passes over and keep the camera located over here, so you guys don't see what's happening tomorrow, but I can give you the view of the tiger. So give me that second. Alright, so here we get a wonderful view of a little tiger running through here. Look at that little tiger coming over here. And yep, excuse me, I'm not going to look too much into the other side, because this is what I kept as a little secret for you guys now. Okay, so let me just quickly stand over here and just hoping that maybe a tiger will please us with its existence and just walking by while I'm doing this little outro here. So apparently I've been working this week quite a lot on Yosemite Valley, because I really want to get it slowly towards the ending state, because as you know, I said that already on the channel, and pretty much everyone should know by now, but I'm becoming dead rather soon, and also this is partly the reason why I wanted to get that out of the way, to maybe start with a fresh project afterwards. I do also have a different project, a quite different project prepared. I'm still working on that one. It's going to take a while, but I have some episodes are already prepared, so I'm really looking forward to your reaction on that. But other than that, I just wanted to quickly reinforce you guys, if you guys are interested to see see me live, and I'm pretty sure that live streaming might become a little bit more of a thing in the future, since when I don't have that much time at hand, I'd rather invest that into making some live streams, just to get into touch with you, and you know, because live streams I can basically do a bit more spontaneously, and this will be happening a bit more in the future. So in case you guys are interested in that, please do me a favor, jump down in the you know, oh god, I'm just overtaking myself again. Jump down in the description. There is the link to my live stream channel, and you can subscribe, or actually you can follow to that, and then you get a notification whenever I am live. At the moment, schedule is mostly Mondays and Wednesdays between 10 and 11 p.m. We are starting around 2 or 3 hours of time, and you know, I'd love to grow that over there a little bit more, to become partner and give you some more peaks and perks and stuff like that. That would be awesome. And lately I've been struggling a little bit to get those people over, because I guess most of you guys have already been moving over there, but in case you haven't, please do me the favor and do so. In any case, if you like the content over here, please also subscribe to the channel, you know, that always helps. And if you want to help make this video a bit more appearing into the feeds of people, and you know, help the algorithm grow, give it a like, or a subscribe, or a comment, whatever you can do. That would be amazing, as always, because that's the only thing I can do to help to beat that YouTube system. You guys know it. It's annoying. I would rather not talk about that, but it is unfortunately the only way of doing it, to conquer it, and well, not conquer it, but whatever, you know what I mean. So there's not. I'm just talking in the hopes that a tiger is coming over. You know what we do? We're just gonna quickly run in there and have a little peek into what they're doing down there. I'm just. Where are you guys? Oops. Where am I even? Wait, what's that door though? Oh, we are on top of the roof. Ooh, look at that. I didn't even want to get here, but okay. Now I'm on the now I'm completely on the roof. Well, where are the tigers? I can't look to the right. I'm sorry, I cannot do this, but yeah, well, tigers are not over here. Anyway, we can just peek over into the other areas. Look at the view. Look at the view. Anyways, now you forget what I've already said. Guys, stay safe, everyone. We see each other tomorrow for the next episode of Yosemite. And now stay tight, everyone. Have a good time, and goodbye.